Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's my favorite season, Halloween, so everything we're cooking is about the pumpkin itself. So today we're making pumpkin pie spiced latte cinnamon rolls. Let's go. And here are the ingredients. We're gonna start with the dough. And for that, you're gonna need some fresh yeast, soft butter, eggs and sugar, a pinch of salt, flour, and lukewarm milk. For the filling, you're also gonna need some butter, brown sugar, and pumpkin pie spice. And for the glaze, you're gonna need some iced coffee, powdered sugar, and some milk. All right, first we're gonna take care of our dough. I'm going to mix my fresh yeast with the warm milk. I'm going to use half of a cube. I'm just going to crumble it in with my fingers and then take a spoon or fork and mix it very well. A few years ago, I would have not made this recipe. I had this very strange relationship with yeast. Nothing really seemed to work until I tried fresh yeast, and let me tell you, that's a game changer. Next, we're going to combine all of the ingredients for the dough in a bowl with the flour. I'm starting with the pinch of salt. Salt is important whenever you make something sweet because it is going to enhance the sweet flavor, and vice versa. So when you cook something savory, it is always a good idea to add a pinch of sugar. And then I'm also adding my butter, my eggs, and my sugar. Butter, sugar, eggs, and flour are the key ingredients to a very good yeast dough. The yeast is taking the sugar as food. Not only does yeast like it to be warm and cozy, but it also needs something to grow, and that's what the sugar is used for. Sometimes I feel like I am yeast because I need it warm and cozy and I need food. Now mix everything until you have a smooth and pliable dough. Kneading the dough well is just as important as using the right ingredients. Sometimes it takes up to 10 minutes to knead the dough, so don't stop too early. Cover your dough with a towel and then let it rest for about an hour in a warm spot. Alright, our dough has doubled if not even tripled in size. Come on. Alright. I'm gonna roll it out in a rectangular shape. The dough looks absolutely phenomenal, and this would have not happened if we didn't have the right temperature, didn't use the right ingredients, or didn't knead the dough for as long as it needed to be kneaded. Next, you want to take your soft butter and spread it all over your rolled out dough. The butter works kind of like a glue. It's going to help the sugar and spice stay on the dough when we roll it. Next, you want to mix your pumpkin pie spice with your brown sugar. And then we're going to spread it all over our butter. I'm using already mixed pumpkin pie spice, but it's pretty easy to make it yourself. Nowadays, it's pretty easy to find it in grocery stores in Germany. A few years ago, it wasn't that easy, so I had to make it myself. But even here, pumpkin pie spice everything is pretty popular, especially in October. I will leave a recipe in the info box down below for pumpkin pie spice if you do want to make it yourself. You will only need 5 ingredients: cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, allspice, and cloves. If you're not a fan of pumpkin pie spice, I will put a link to just regular cinnamon rolls in the info box down below as well, so you can go check it out. Alright, now we're going to roll it up, starting on the long side. I'm going to flip it over and then roll it up tight. For some reason, this is my favorite part. I could be totally wrong, but it feels kind of therapeutic. Anyways, roll it as tight as possible so the filling will not drop out when we cut it. We can't prevent it from happening entirely, but we can reduce the chances. Alright, now we're going to cut our cinnamon rolls. I'm using a knife for this, but I have seen people using floss, which I think is kind of weird, but it seems to work just as fine, so feel free to use whatever you like. There isn't just one way of doing it. I'm terrible at estimating things, but try to cut them between 3 and 4 centimeters thick, which I believe is an inch or an inch and a half or something. They should all be about the same size. Let's say one is 2 centimeters and the other one is 5. Of course, the one with 2 centimeters will be done faster in the oven than the one with 5 centimeters. Place your cinnamon rolls in a baking dish and let them rise again for about 30 minutes. I'm also covering the baking dish with a towel. We don't want the dough to dry out. The second time is important because the yeast needs to rest, no joke. This will make the dough even more fluffy. Most of the times when you're working with yeast, it is important to let it rest a second time. There are recipes where you don't need it, but cinnamon rolls is one where it's necessary. Alright, the 30 minutes are over. We're going to pop them in the oven and bake them for about 20 minutes at around 180 degrees Celsius or 350 Fahrenheit. In the meantime, I'm going to mix the glaze. Alright, I've just taken them out of the oven. I'm going to take my glaze and pour it right on top while they're still hot. If you prefer a thicker glaze, just add a little more powdered sugar. Pouring it on top while they're still hot makes the cinnamon rolls absorb the aroma and flavors of the glaze. And here they are, my pumpkin pie spice latte cinnamon rolls. If you've liked this video, please smash a huge thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.